Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Riri, and if you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and indie brands. Today's video is a collab with the Beauty Bay and Nikkie Tutorials palette. Alright beauties, before we dive in, please don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like what you see, subscribe down below if you have not yet, and turn on your post notifications, that little bell right there, so that YouTube will notify you when I upload future videos. Today is a collaboration using the Nikkie Tutorials and Beauty Bay palette with my beautiful friend Marie over at Charmedwench. Her beautiful face, of course, will be right here, and she will be linked down below. Please, please, please go check her out, and y'all know what I say. If you go watch and you're feeling a vibe, you feel a connection, you can relate to her, subscribe. It is absolutely free for you. Free. Y'all, it's free and means the absolute world to us. If you are coming from Marie's channel, hi beauty! Thank you so much for joining my beauty family. We decided to dive back into our palettes and we're going to be doing a palette bingo with a slight twist. We each chose 2 shades for one another. She chose shades 7 and 15 for me. That is this beautiful bold yellow right here, and then the green. And we also had to randomly choose 3 other shades. So I'll be working with shades 7, 8, 9, 11, and 15. I got no shimmers. So we are going in with 7, 8, 9, 11, and 15. Do I know what I'm doing yet? No, I do not. No, I do not at all. But we're going to dive in and we're going to see what we come up with. Obviously, it's going to be a very colorful look. I will quickly tell you what is on my face and then we will dive in. I went in with my ABH Luminous foundation and this is the shade 210N. I went in and used my Tarte ShapeTapeGlowWand in Alight. I'm trying to use up this last little bit. I went in with my Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in Cedar. My brows are my Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil and then my NYX Lift and Snatch at the very beginning of the brow. My blush today is the Holiday Gems Plush Suede Blush in Cinnamon Crush. I set my complexion today with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in the shade Butter. I went in with my Hourglass Ambient Highlight Palette. I also went in with my Alamar Hydrating Complexion Trio. This is the shade Medium. And then I did prime my lids with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And we're gonna dive in. Again, I have no clue what I'm doing, so we're just gonna go for it. I am first gonna go into Nikkie, which is the bright red right here. And I'm gonna place that on the outer portion of my lid and kind of build this up. So if you're unfamiliar with Marie or Charmedwench, first of all, I love her name. She has this beautiful kind of vintage, rockabilly, classic pin-up style that I think is absolutely gorgeous. She is so, so beautiful. I absolutely love her makeup looks. She's incredible at makeup. She does a lot of bath bombs and unboxings. She likes to collab. I absolutely love her. I love her aesthetic. I love her beautiful accent. She is so, so kind and incredibly, incredibly talented, you guys. So please make sure you go and check her out. I will say, if this is your first time seeing this palette, I will put kind of my first impressions video up right here for you guys. I will say though, this is not, in my personal opinion, a very beginner-friendly palette. I know when this first came out, people had mixed thoughts. A lot of people really liked this palette. A lot of people really hated it. I love it. I love the color story. I love the tonal variation in here. You know, there's a light baby blue, there's a deep royal blue, and then there's a blue kind of metallic or shimmery shade to accompany it. Same thing with like the pinks into the reds. You have a couple of neutrals. I really enjoy the palette, but it's definitely not beginner friendly because they are more pressed pigments in here and they're a little harder to work with. They can also lead to staining, and I do know that some people do not like that. I think I'm now going to go into Mila. I'm so scared, y'all. I'm now going to go into Mila, which is this one right here. And I'm using the same exact brush, not going to wipe my brush off or anything like that. I don't mind kind of mixing the shades together. And I'm going to place this, still kind of staying on a little bit of an angle, if you can see. And with pressed pigments especially, or kind of bolder pigments, I like to press and place the shadow into place first. Then I kind of go in and, you know, start blending out and things like that to make sure that there's a nice gradient. I personally find that that is the best way, and you get better color payoff that way. So you'll see I am literally kind of stamping the colors into place first. And I mean, you can see how rich in tone these are. They're incredible. Again, though, you're going to get a little bit of fallout, and they are a little bit harder to work with. So I'm fine here. Again, I'm not blending or anything like that just yet. I'm going to go in with a different brush now, and I'm going to go into Vla, which is that neon yellow shade right here. This might look like total ass. And I am going to put that on the very inner part, again, pressing it into place first. And then we will blend everything and get that nice gradient that we are looking for. I hope everybody is well. I am finally starting to feel better than I was. I still have a little bit of congestion, and I'm still feeling just tired kind of in general, but definitely feeling way, way better than I was. I'm also taking this kind of all the way into the inner corner as well. Again, not really blending or anything like that just yet. Okay, so I'm happy here where I'm at right now. I'm now going to go in with a little bit of a fluffier brush. This is an e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. And where the shades meet one another, I'm very lightly and holding my brush all the way down at the very, very bottom so that I get the least amount of pressure. And I'm just softly going to fan each shade into one another. And then I'm going to just tap that off very lightly. I'm going to come over here into the yellow and start blending that over into that brown shade. Then I'm going to take and go into the yellow and blend above, kind of touching where the shadows are and where there's bare skin at. And all this is going to do for me is just start kind of softening the edges, and it's not going to be quite as harsh. I definitely want intensity, but I don't want it to be super, super harsh. I will also say with these shadows, as you kind of blend them, they sometimes can blend away. I definitely feel like you have to layer them, and that's fine with me. It's just all about being patient. And then I'm going to go back in with the exact same brushes and do the exact same thing that I already did, and just kind of intensifying. And then I'm going to take and again lightly buff over each shadow. And then normally I would have something light to blend this out with, so I don't quite know what we're going to do up here yet. I might honestly just leave it. Now I'm going to go into Ew, which is the green right here. Oddly enough, greens are, my favorite, and Nikki absolutely hates the greens. How do you feel about green shadows? And I'm going in the same exact brush that I used with the red and the brown, and I kind of have a little bit of red down here. So I'm going to start with the green and blend it right here in with the red. I'm not aiming for a ton of pigment here, so I'm actually going to blend instead of like just laying it down like I did up here. And then last for our 5, I'm going to go into Plot Twist, which is the pale blue over here. It's kind of a periwinkle blue. And I'm going to go in with a flat shader style brush. And I'm going to connect that kind of in between the yellow and the green. Again, just trying to have a variation in between all the shades. And I don't think it's terrible. It's definitely not my favorite. I'm going to attempt to take this light blue. I feel like it could be light enough to use for up here at the brow bone and to kind of, blend everything in at the very top. I actually feel like that's working out okay. I'm going to grab a different brush, and I'm still staying in Plot Twist. And I just want to use it to very softly blend everything at the top. All right, I'm not mad at it. Is it perfect? No. No, it's not. I'm going to do the other eye, and I will be RB. All right, beauties, I am back. I really like how this turned out. It definitely is a better blend over here because I knew what I was doing. But overall, I really like it. I did go ahead and put on some of my Qveen or Qveen. Still not sure exactly what the brand is. Liquid liner. We got this in a BoxyCharm. And then I went in with my Colourpop and Raw Beauty Kristi. I miss you, Raw Beauty Kristi. She needs to hurry up and come back, even though I know she's in beautiful motherhood bliss right now. But I went in with her, collaboration with Colourpop in the shade Marigold. I love this liner so much, and I think it's a beautiful complement to the eye look. And then I went in with my number 7 Dramatic Lift Mascara. All the products that I have used, of course, will be linked down below. Everything is always linked below in the description box. My earrings are the Lulu Experience. They're also down below. And my headband is from Royal Aura. I do have a discount code with them, and that is also linked down below at all times. And because this is so colorful, to finish off the look, I'm going to go in with my Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil in Local Time. And it is just a very sheer wash of color with a little bit of shimmer in it. So I think it'll complement it well. And I love their oils so much. And that is it. I will get up close and personal, and then I will bid you adieu. So that is it, beauties. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this palette bingo with Charmedwench. Please do not forget to go check her channel out and tell her that Riri sent you. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties. I went in with my Ambient. Motherfuck.